The Dell Latitude 9510 is a 2-in-1 device with a 15-inch 1080p touchscreen that comes with active pen support, 4 noise-canceling microphones, an HD 720p webcam, Windows Hello IR camera, and fingerprint reader. This review laptop was provided to me by Dell, but all opinions expressed are my own. The 15-inch screen has very narrow bezels that make the laptop fit into a traditional 14-inch body. The unit feels solidly made with Gorilla Glass 6, a Glass Precision touchpad, Wi-Fi 6 antenna, a 10th generation 6-core Intel i7 with vPro support. This review unit also comes with 16 gigs of RAM and a 512 gig SSD drive. All of this comes in a very svelte package for a 15-inch screen, weighing in at a mere 3.3 pounds. I can say that the Latitude 9510 feels dense, but in a good way. The screen casing feels very solid. There's no flex whatsoever there when opening the lid or using it as a 2-in-1. The trackpad is all glass and very smooth with no sticking. It uses Microsoft drivers, so you also get full gesture support. The hinge on the 360-degree screen remains tight and secure with zero looseness or flex. I was able to set the Latitude 9510 at any angle I wanted, and it remained there easily. Port selection is also pretty robust, with 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports, both of which can charge the machine. I do wish that they were placed on opposite sides to allow charging from the left or the right. A USB-A port provides power share capability, and a full-sized HDMI 2.0 port lets you connect to an external monitor or projector without the need for an adapter or dongle. Rounding out the list are a micro SD card slot, sadly not a full-sized SD card slot, but it is one of the faster micro SD readers out there. You also get a 3.5mm headphone jack, wedge lock slot, and a configurable smart card reader. The Latitude 9510 can also be configured with an LTE modem with 4G or 5G support. This review unit doesn't have the 4G card option, but we should be getting a 5G unit to test in the coming weeks once it's released. Typing on the Latitude 9510 has been a joy. The key travel is plentiful, and the spacing and backlight are ideal for me as well. In everyday usage, the performance is very snappy. I haven't noticed any sluggish behavior, even when loading over a dozen internet browser tabs while playing videos in several of them. The fans stay quiet even under a medium-sized load. I had to really put the laptop outside its comfort zone to get them to spin at a volume audible from over 2 feet away by throwing some video exporting at it, which is not a typical workload for this machine. The 88 watt-hour battery has given me around 11 to 12 hours of mostly word processing and internet browsing without much video content. I also prefer my screen a little brighter than most, keeping the brightness between 80% and 100%, so your mileage may vary. With a few tweaks and optimizations, you can expect up to 18 hours of real-world use, which is pretty insane. One of the neat features is the Dell Optimizer app, which consists of Express Response, which uses AI to learn your app usage. It lets you add 5 apps that keep learning your usage and behaviors over time. Express Charge learns your charging behavior and adjusts settings automatically when not in use. Express Charge Boost can also add 35% battery in about 20 minutes. The 9510 has a proximity sensor built in to tell when you step away from your laptop. You can set the lock timer to 1, 2, or 3 minutes and have the Windows Hello facial recognition immediately log you back in when you return. This is great for privacy and for battery life. I found that this feature works reliably, and the Windows Hello IR camera is very snappy, and once I figured out the ideal range I needed to be away from the laptop, hasn't let me down once. You can also snooze this feature for up to 2 hours or disable it entirely. One thing I wish was included is a physical shutter for the webcam, so no one can access the webcam remotely. Another neat feature I haven't had too much time to explore is that the built-in microphone can adjust background noise in Dell Optimizer. The options range from quiet room to noisy office, multiple voices, and recording studio. This uses software and noise cancellation to emphasize your voice or microphone performance based on your workplace scenario. Now, since we're all working from home or in quarantine, we haven't had too much time to test this out in an office or coffee shop setting. The speaker quality is fine. It doesn't get super loud, but can fill up a small room or hotel room if needed. Included is a 90-watt USB-C adapter, but I've never needed more than 50 to 60 watts at a time. Because of this, you can use just about any third-party USB-C charger or power bank that are much smaller and easier to carry when you travel. Pricing for the Latitude 9510 is reasonable for the package in a corporate setting, if a little high for the average consumer. My review unit came in just under $3,000 after a healthy $1,200 discount from the list price. For this price, you're getting a 6-core CPU, plenty of RAM, and a small and light 2-in-1 form factor. I would have to say some pros to the Latitude 9510 are the overall build quality, the size, the weight, the portability. It comes with an i7 and is super snappy. It's got a bright and sharp screen, and the Dell Optimizer app gives plenty of personalization options for ease of use and security. The few cons I have are really not that big of a deal. It's got a micro SD card reader and not a full-size SD card reader. You can't charge it from both sides. The webcam quality is still not the best, and the speakers are a little underpowered and tinny, but average for a laptop this size. So I've still been traveling 1 or 2 times a month, carefully, and this laptop has been my daily driver for productivity throughout the days. So if you're a corporate user with travel needs, don't always have access to a power outlet, and want a fast device that is also secure, the Latitude 9510 would be a great recommendation.